And as questions linger as to how President-elect Donald Trump was able to dominate the key swing states, one of those foreign wars is in the spotlight, the Israel-Hamas war. 17's political reporter Jenny Hudd joins us now to explain some of the votes against Kamala Harris. Jenny?
Voters nationwide are saying a vote against Harris is a vote against genocide, referring to the war in Gaza. Kern voters, too, participated in the movement.
My bar for voting against Trump is very low. You don't have to do much for me to agree to vote for you against Trump.
Yet in this election, Kern voter Oliver Ma, a lifelong Democrat, switched to the Green Party and voted against Kamala Harris.
Facilitating genocide, that's a red line for me. The war was the tipping point for me.
Ma is one of perhaps hundreds locally and hundreds of thousands nationwide who say by voting for a third-party candidate instead, they voted against the war in Gaza. He says while he used to believe,
if you vote green, you're throwing your vote away, it's a vote for Trump.
Things are different now. There's an inevitable wondering if Vice President Harris's stance on the Israel-Hamas war cost her key battleground states and ultimately the presidency.
People voting for the Green Party is not why Kamala lost this election. The reason she lost is because her party offered nothing for working class Americans.
According to NBC News, in Michigan, a crucial swing state, 13% of Democratic voters stated they were uncommitted during the state's Democratic presidential primary. And in the key city of Dearborn, home to a large Muslim and Arab community, 56% of voters said they were uncommitted. Many of these votes a call for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. Trump ended up winning the city and state. Longtime Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein got about 18% of the votes in Dearborn. A spokesperson for the Bakersfield-based United Liberation Front for Palestine, ULFP, tells 17 News, quote, "I can confidently say none of us or those we know in the community voted for either Harris or Trump. Some chose third-party options, some chose to abstain and only vote on propositions and local seats." And of the Democratic Party, ULFP says, quote, "Genocide is just bad policy to run on." Before these voters, how is a Trump victory any better? ULFP says because California was a guaranteed Democratic victory anyways, voters felt safe enough to vote their conscience and against genocide.
So the next 4 years, Trump is going to cause a lot of pain, particularly here in Kern County, ripping apart families, hurting our economy, and I think that's going to show people that we need a different kind of alternative.
And Harris has said while Israel has a right to defend itself, she supports an end to the war via a ceasefire and that a two-state solution is needed. Jenny Hudd, 17 News.